has been estimated that 1 out of 4 women will face one form of domestic violence or the other in their lifetime. This is one out of several other staggering statistics when it comes to the issue of violence against women. But this has to be curtailed, and to do this, we need to begin to see violence against women not just as a women's issue that a few good men help out with, but as a men's issue as well. Men need to learn to take control of their tongues and their hands. You know how we've always preached that men should respect women because, they are our daughters, our wives, and our sisters. It's about time we step that up a bit and begin to teach men to respect women simply because they're human. Simply because. So we call on you to join the Kusema Africa initiative through White Coat Center and speak up against all forms of violence against women. Now, please do listen to other Africans as they lay forward their own passionate appeal to stop all forms of violence against women.
Today, women and girls have come a long, long way towards attaining full gender equality. But unfortunately, the struggle is not yet over. It is not yet over. Why? Because sexual violence still is with us. Rape culture has pervaded our homes, our places of worship, of business, our whole society. From casual sexist comments to thinking that no means yes, no, by the way, means stop, to actual physical violence like rape, the most heinous crime. This must come to an end. Why? We are letting down half of our world's population by perpetuating the cycle of rape and sexual violence. Women deserve dignity and respect. But instead, how have we dealt with this? We have taught our young girls not to get raped. We have asked our women to keep their skirts a little longer. Instead, we should teach our boys to respect girls' bodies. Our men should recognize and respect women's inherent dignity. Because one rape is far too many.
Zainabu Musa is a girl who, when she was 16, was beaten and subjected to child marriage. She's one of millions of girls across Africa who are subjected to the practice of marrying off young girls before they're 18 years old. Some of the reasons as to why child marriage is so prevalent in West and Sub-Saharan Africa is number 1, education, and number 2, poverty reasons, where you get the families wanting to dispose of the young girls because they feel like they are an economic burden. For us to stop child marriage, it's going to take the contributed efforts of both the leaders and the people. What the governments can do, for example, is to ensure that children, both the boys and the girls, receive quality education, which is going to empower them and empower the community at large, and hence significant help towards reducing child marriage. The government can also, or the leaders can also provide economic opportunities for these communities such that they did not have to feel like the young girls are an economic burden to them. In terms of what the people can do to stop child marriage, a reason that has been proposed as to why child marriage is so prevalent is that it's part of culture and it's what people have been practicing for years. But culture is what people choose to practice, not what is instilled in them. So if the people choose to educate these young girls instead of marrying them off before they're 18, they can make that as part of the culture. It is very possible to stop child marriage. It is not a beast that cannot be tackled, but it's going to take the contributed efforts of both the leaders and of the people themselves so as to make child marriage a thing of the past.
I'm calling for an end to all forms of violence against women, and in particular, female genital mutilation. As practiced by some of our African communities, it is a reflection of our cultural practices. However, this does not make it right. The Maputo Protocol on the Rights of Women in Africa has categorized this practice as a way of discriminating the life, the liberty, and the physical integrity of women. The World Health Organization has also backed this declaration by stating that this practice does not have any benefits to women, but moreover, it is a reflection of the deep-rooted discrimination of one gender against another. It has brought to light the short-term and the long-term effects of this practice, and it has stated that it is a violation of the freedom from torture, cruel, degrading, and inhuman treatment of women and girls. Therefore, as an African woman, I am appealing to all African communities out there that it is time to put an end to such cultural practices because, well, it hurts us.
Educating a girl in Africa is an uphill fight. For instance, statistics show that around 12 million girls in sub-Saharan Africa are at a risk of never receiving education in their lifetime. African governments must ensure that education is accessible and available to all regardless of gender. Availability entails ensuring that this institution exists not only on paper but also in reality. Educating a woman is educating the society. It guarantees economic growth and gender equality. And finally, African men should quit being threatened by educated African women.